All right, real quick, we're gonna get into it. Quick 1 week back test session. I want to go over CPI week price action for last year, 2024. I just want to see what we kind of had to deal with, kind of reference it with this price action that happened today. Um, how we got stopped out off some pretty wacky stuff. So I want to see if in history on CPI week and during this time we have kind of the same thing happening. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That was mainly due to our morning loss. I just want to kind of back test and kind of make up for it. I have a little bit of time before I gotta go somewhere, so I'm just gonna do that real quick. And yeah, we're gonna see what is gonna happen. So let's just get straight into it. YZ CPI week. It don't matter when, where, or what, as long as we see what we got going on here. It should be CPI week. I'm thinking, you feel me? Oh yeah, upgrade the from. God damn. Alright, well, Monday, don't lie, we got nothing. Just some wacky old stuff. Let's just get straight into it. I'm gonna do that. Alright, bro. I'm just gonna go straight to 9:30 open because I don't want to play no games. What the heck? Alright, there we go. I was about to say, what is going on? We're getting like no price action for New York pre-market. Alright, let's go to daily real quick. Alright, same situation, pushing all-time highs. Weekly, we do have a fair value gap. It's kind of strangely really relates to this week's price action. We have a fat weekly fair value gap. We just filled in this one, so we could expand. Let this be a propulsion block. Let's see, keep a loose bias to this downside. We did take out a low, the upper fair value gap, but it's 3 of them in a sequence, so I think we'll move lower, take out this weekly fair value gap, but we could very well just be pushing higher up to here. Let me just kind of get it in frame here. So our 4 hours filling this fair value gap. We just came up in this 1 hour order block. We didn't tap into that, but this one, this entire up move for this down move. 15-minute is where the money's at for real. So we got that buy side. Got this sell side. This is Sunday buy thing. Straight dumpage. So do have a little SMT right here. Potentially we could move higher today. Honestly, off open, I could see us doing another SMT. You see us inversing this and going higher. Let's just see what we kind of do off open. Yeah, so that's kind of what we want to see. I want to see if price wants to reach up into there. We do have a little SMT right here with this. I think it's shouldn't do that low. 8:45 a.m. low. 8:45 a.m. taking that low right there. So we are breaking above. We'll just wait and see here. Taking out that sell side and buy side. This 15-minute showing up like that is making me a little weary. So on a day like today, with our buys being kind of mixed on a Monday, we are exploring this daily wick. I'm gonna do that instead of the All right, so let me see real quick on ES. Did we take that low? We did, I guess. So 9:45 with 8 a.m. Yeah, we definitely swept that liquidity also. All right, so looking at that, I like that 0.25 respect. I like all this right here with being, with going long. Monday, CPI week, it's going to be a little messy, you know. Can't expect perfect conditions on a day like that. And I'll target, I guess there, I'll go break even at my 0.25, but I like seeing us, you know, maybe us rally here. This would be kind of nice, you know, potentially start to go up into here. Up into there for ES, and then like, I guess you could say, yeah. I'm just gonna, well, that's like relative equal high, yeah. So I'm just gonna mark out that one. Oh shit. Yeah, no, I like them long there, you know. We could manipulate against the downside, but I'll take that chance to long there. And kind of see what goes on. You know. 150. A lot of consolidation. There we just got above our 0.25. So I'm gonna go break even, and then I want to see what ES is doing. ES hasn't taken any highs yet, so I'm gonna let that run. So now I'm gonna look and see if ES took any highs. Just barely. Our net, when we break the high again is when we take profit. So right there, let's see. No, nothing yet. We did a little SMT, and we are pretty high up there, so I'll just take off 50% right there. Save. We should get a push up in that buy side. There we go. Okay. So very, very bread and butter trade going straight into the week. You know, it really couldn't be simpler than what we just saw. Very bread and butter. Why the fuck is it so bread and butter? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just feels almost too good to be true. We get a nice zero. Oh my, basically zero drawdown. Okay, so this is our daily wick. 15-minute was what told the story. You know, I gotta utilize that 15-minute like crazy. We come up. We're in our daily wick. We're on constant encroachment of this. You know, move back and forth. 9:30 comes in, sweeps us high. We come back down, sweep us low, tapping up 0.25. No SMTs on the larger time frame, I don't believe. Like we did barely dip below there. But that's all right. You know, we don't need the SMT in order to really validate where we're going. So then we got this sweep. So now we sweeped out both sides of the market, trapped our longs, then took them out the market, trapped ourselves, consolidated that CPI Monday, you know, the high resistance, and then long in that breakaway for value gap, which gave us kind of that insight that we're going higher. It even happened right here on the 3-minute. You could have long this candle close, stop loss at that fair value gap low if you want, and then target the high there. So great CPI Monday to be able to long and get a good trade there. So yeah, next day, you know, and we targeted basically the high of the wick, and that was a high probability exit as well. Yeah. We're going on a Tuesday, which I believe is we got our CPI day, or is it Wednesday? No, it's Tuesday. Boom, we get some kind of crazy candle stuff going on. All right, so just straight looking at it, real quick, is that we have these relative equal lows, and we do have this overnight consolidation, and we're coming straight into New York Open with leaving this low completely intact. Yesterday, how we violently swept this high, we're back in the wick, consequent encroachment. I do want to see us move lower, so we can kind of see some discount prices. If we go on this 4-hour major wickage daily time frame, don't want to have anything in mind, but it would be nice to take out a daily low before we move anywhere. This candle is basically an inside day. We took out the daily high. So after seeing a daily high, I could see a daily low get taken. But if we continue up higher, I'll be on my toes. I don't know if I want to participate. Fuck. I don't know if I want to participate if that happens. Okay, so usually if I look on a shorter time frame, there's probably an entry up here. I'm not gonna lie. 15 minutes a wick, swept that high, tapping on 0.25. That's a Judas swing to the upside. I'm looking to see if I have another 2 fair value gap set up in here. You feel me? I'm looking on that 2 minute. I'm looking on every time frame. So believe it or not, this is a 2 fair value gap setup. I don't believe this is chasing price. I very well could be chasing price, but it looks very, very bearish. So we get this buy side sweep, 5 minute immediately rounds to that. We didn't break really structure on these 3 minute. On the 3 minute, didn't break structure. On the 2 minute, we broke structure, which is also my ideology. You feel me? So I'm also feeling I'm gonna move my stop loss there. So the logic is first fair value gap is right there. Then we have another one with our propulsion block that will basically send us into these prices lower, which I am thinking about. Why is this so? Oh, that's the daily thing. Geez, I just got winded. I need water. I need to eat something. I'm hungry as hell. Let's check out ES real quick. So yeah, looking like no signs of any type of, we want to go lower. 948. Yeah, so we have some Nasdaq is really weak, it looks like. I don't know. I'm just gonna try out that short. I do like it. We have some risk to play with for the week, and yeah, I do like taking a short there. We'll see. Bro, what are you talking about? It's at the thing. Maybe we just do that, and then oh yeah, and also I'm saying move my stop loss up to this 2 minute fair value gap because we do have this propulsion block. On the 1 minute also, it does give us a little bit more room instead of that fair value gap high, and we don't have to really keep risk that narrow in my opinion. All right, I don't know what the fuck this shit is. Selling making me place higher than current price. Why is it be doing this shit, man? Alright, market, man. Am I going crazy, bro? Maybe it's just don't short. You're gonna get fucked. You never know. Alright, well. I don't know what the fuck. Why it's doing this. Is that really why? 56? Okay, yeah, that is why. So just getting under there immediately, after seeing us kind of, put in that, I don't want to go break even immediately. I want to see us break lower, which now I would go immediately break even. And then once we hit some target, I'll take off 50% there, let the other 50 get to that stop down there, and there we go, bread and butter. Yeah, and we actually placed our stop loss in a very good place to come into basically be all right, CPI, you're not gonna fuck me. All right, really easy trade going into the week. Literally consolidation overnight right here, dump, recover in this wick. So we took out this body, sell side liquidity. We left relative equal lows in a larger time frame. We're in this daily wick. We're consolidating relative equal highs, sweep them, tap into 0.25. Immediately when I do that, get onto that 1 minute. And there's probably a 15 second, 30 second, some sort of second entry on here. But I like how we just you know, you can kind of see how I like this. Immediately my signature is that we just ran straight through that shit. Left that fair value gap open, breakaway perfect. Respect this one. However, your stop loss should have went above the high. You would have got stopped out. However, we have a 2 fair value gap sequence on the 3-minute. So I'm gonna put my stop loss right up there, and then leave that basically second fair value gap open for price to return into, because we do have some liquidity above here. We do have that 2-minute propulsion block, so I want to let price do its thing. And what did it want to do? Tap into consequent encroachment, our 2-minute propulsion block, and then head lower. So really good trade, really bread and butter. Next day. Like, where are these days when I need them? Like today. Like, where are these days, bro? Like, that's risking 150 per trade, already up 700 on the thing. Like, that's 2 trades, you know what I'm saying? So that's 1,400 on 2 accounts. And then do the math for the rest, you feel me? Just do the math for the rest. You know, and it gets easier after a while, but it's the emotions that really come at play, you feel me? That's what made me lose so much that first week of being on the fundeds, because I was like, damn, I'm gonna make so much money, but without realizing that, you know, all my strategy, all my discipline just threw out the window. Regardless, here we go. Weekly. Coming at fair value gap now. We ain't playing. We're in this fair value gap. I do like maybe a possible reversal today. You know, we did take that weekly fair value gap. You know, there's not much else I can go off of here. You know, I just want to see some sort of weekly play around in that bit or some shit. I don't even know. We do have a lot of inefficient price up here. Big dumping. Could market reversal to the upside. If I'm seeing a fair value gap, I'm gonna see, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, there's none on there. I believe this closed at 10 a.m. So I want to see a 4-hour fair value gap get filled. So maybe price lags around at first. But I do not believe we are going lower without taking any more buy side. It's like, it's kind of crazy if we just keep going lower. Near dumping. Alright, we got our 4-hour fair value gap. Right up here. I'm so thirsty. I'm about to pass out. After this trade, I'm gonna see if I need it. Yeah, no, we got that shit right up there. Yeah, we're looking like very high resistance. Not even high resistance. We're just dumping. Nothing I'd be interested in. Like I said, I don't want to see us just keep going lower. I have nothing to trade off of. You know, we opened right here, right? What am I supposed to do with that? Just keep going lower. No way, Jose. I want to see if this 5-minute decides to break higher. Yeah. All right. So we took a considerable amount of sell side. Looking for like some sort of internal liquidity. You know, majority. Like to see like, you know, maybe this high in this 4-hour 0.25. I like to see us, you know, return into this 4-hour if we're, you know, want to see what we got going on up there. So we tapped into our double fair value gap. That makes it invalid. We did come back to order blocks, so now we could possibly see fair value gaps be left open coming out of order blocks. And yeah, we are just dumping to that downside. And yeah, let me see the PM session. Since we dumped so hard, I like to see maybe like some sort of reversal in the PM session. We left some relative equal highs. Yeah, no, this is some garbage price action. Yeah, I don't like this at all. That's 4. All right, so, you know, we just avoided a day where it dumped, you know, and I don't want to be a part of that price action without any buy side. You know, we just took a fat dump to the downside, and there's nothing I can do about it. So we're going to move to the next day. I'm going to get a drink of water. I'm about to die. And I'm hungry after the gym. I didn't even eat nothing. I got to eat some right now. God damn. Got some of these puppies, you feel me? Now, you know when you wear socks and your feet are just so hot? That's exactly what it is, bro. Pain in the ass. Alright. So we dump like crazy. We found our bank. Alright. Putting in all these imbalances like this tells me we're lost in the sauce. No. Basically, it tells me price probably want to go up a little bit today. So inefficient. We need a little buy side. It's kind of strange. Monday, bullish. Bearish on Tuesday. Take out sell side. Market maker buy them all to the upside. I mean, so weekly fair, not weekly. Weekly wick. You never know. We'll see. Alright. I think we swept that high just barely. If you notice, we have this gap down here. This is a pretty big low. We have our 12 o'clock low. Pretty big low because our end dog is in there. But our end dog is also, yeah, we have an end dog in there. So could see a move to the buy side and then dump to that end dog. Could leave it open. Could show how bullish we are, or we could, just jump right into it. We'll see. So if you look right away, we got 2 fair value gaps, 1, 2, lower one respected, but I think we did get a tap into that one with the wick. Yeah, so that's just that's just paint outside the lines, market open, and then we dump down, and I think we're going for that new day opening gap or something. So we're getting pretty we want it. Yeah, we're getting right. We're gonna consolidate. I think potentially sweep that. Oh, okay. All right, let me see. This is where it comes to internal liquidity. Let me see what ES did. 3 a.m. I'm confused. Which? Yeah, so 3 a.m. high. ES or NASDAQ. No one took it. No one took it. Everyone was just like, all right, nah. We still have this shit down here. So we did have an SMT, and we did have a bullish rejection right there. That was low-key clean buys, but we just can't be part of that. I would expect some kind of buy side to be taken, like yeah, NASDAQ is just chirping around. She don't have nothing to react off of, Okay, that's crazy dump. So crazy dump to downside. I want to see what NASDAQ's doing because we're obviously more bearish. Filled our new day opening gap. I really don't have any more bearish targets. I want to start to see this reverse. There's nothing in it for me to go off of. If we can reverse on the macro, maybe it would be nice, but I don't think we're going to get any structure for that. You feel me? Oh, my ES probably was a play on there, to be honest. Oh, yeah, no, this is just messy. No, ES took everything as well. Man, these relative equal highs, it just doesn't make sense. NASDAQ didn't even take them. Oh, my God. That does not even count, bro. That does not even count. If that counts, then, that's ridiculous. I don't see it. There's no other setup anywhere on any time frame. There's just nothing in there. If we take the low again, it goes off my screen. I'm done for the day. Maybe a long right there. Yeah, that would been nice, but you know, it's a wear. There's that weekly. So there, you could have done something like this. I don't know. I was clicking through it. You know, hindsight, that shit would have been really nice. But it's like 12:20. Where's long in the first double for Rally Gap we see? Nothing really too crazy. We could have went off of there. So Wednesday, no trades. Still dumping. Still dumping me. And barely taking a high. So I was like, all right. You know, I'm just going to sit out. You know, like shit. There's nothing there for me. 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute. Nothing. So, we'll see. How do I always skip so fucking much? So we sweep the high, or we leave it just barely. Let's see what ES did. We don't sweep it. So we leave relative equal highs. Very smooth relative equal highs. I don't know what the hell is this price action. We all have questions. I don't know what's going on. Can I hear you say? Want to see some sell side take, and then we just decide to start going higher. Contract switch, probably what it is. Everybody want their no points. It's probably what it is. Contract switch. We're in this nasty consolidation. So we're going for our low, and that's pretty much it. That's time. We are consolidating so much. What do we do with that? Oh, there's nothing there for me. Yeah, nothing there for me either. What the fuck is this price action, man? What the hell is this price action? How are you even supposed to trade this? Well, I mean, we did come up pretty high again. It's Friday. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find a trade in the PM session, especially. It's like the worst. It's the worst time to find a trade in the PM session on Fridays. That's like a death note, basically. But we might try a little something real quick. This is just dumb if I take it. We could lead a pass on this. Yeah, so I was gonna long, but fuck NASDAQ. She didn't want to really retrace, and there's 3 fair value gaps in there, not 2. So that's how it is. It's gonna look for a little retrace on this 2 minute, right there, but we didn't get it. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that week. There's nothing for me to trade off of anymore. Let me see if I can just get like a scalp or something. Going into weekend close, what am I doing? There's nothing. Alright, that should be it. Yeah. Alright, so let's go over last week, exactly this same time. If you look, up, it's 100 max win rate, two trades, 0-4-0. No, win for win, whatever the fuck I meant. So we only won Monday and Tuesday. The rest of the week we didn't do nothing. And yeah, I really couldn't expect any more from that. Two trades that both worked out. One of them was crazy RR because risking 150. That's about 6%. No, 5% right there. That's about 5%. So 5% a week, risking 150. Risking 150. So percentage wise, that is 5% with a fixed risk. I know it doesn't go off risk, but if we're going based off of portfolio, it's about a little over 1%, 1.5. So, you know what I'm saying? It's there. The setup is there. Nothing to worry about with basically a market. The model that I trade with, everything will work out if you look for the right things and if price action wants to do what you want to do. But yeah, both to be smashed on this nice little 1 week back testing session, 100% win rate. Only two trades, but it requires a very, very picky strategy. I'm not in there every day stressing over finding a trade. I'm just gonna wait and try and find at least minimum or maximum 2 a week. You feel me? Like this week I already had two. And this reminds me of last week when also on Wednesday I had this loss that like shouldn't have happened, but it happened, and same shit went down. So that's how it is. Let's just finish this up, and then I will see y'all tomorrow for New York session review. I'm going to trade tomorrow, and yeah, fire ass backtesting session. Easy 1 week period. No, that's all. So I'm gonna peace out. I will see y'all boys later.